Welcome to StudyIQ. My name is Abhishek Singh Rathod. Dear students, I think most of you must be facing at least one problem that is very common among the students' fraternity. Especially the common thing among the students, that is not only the stress, anxiety or the desire of the success, but also it's the procrastination. That's the very common thing among all the students, especially the competitive aspirants who are willing to achieve the success, but they are not yet ready to overcome their tendency to just procrastinate and not to act upon. So in this session, we will talk about this very common problem that why do the students they procrastinate, why do they feel themselves stuck into a thinking and a dilemmatic situation and overthinking cycle, as well as we will also try to find out that what are the solutions underlying in the scenario. So let's get started with us and proceeding further. Guys, make it sure that you are with me throughout the session. But before that, if you are not here regularly, but you are here for the first time, then you can join my Telegram channel for regular updates about my session, as well as the PDF, etc. of my sessions are also available here in the Telegram channel. So guys, now moving further, let me tell you something very, very important, the procrastination. First of all, let us understand what is the procrastination. Exactly, suppose if you are trying to do something, right? You have taken up the ambition or the ambitious dream to clear the civil services examination 2025 or 2026. But day by day, the time is passing, the clock is ticking, and you are unable to start your preparation. You are unable to take the very first step itself. Okay. So right now, what would you do? Like suppose you are feeling a little bit lazy, or like, okay, I will start tomorrow, I will just start it. Okay, so not today, but tomorrow I will be doing it with the full energy, with the full conviction, full dedication. But that tomorrow never comes. That tomorrow never comes, right? Not only that, whenever you feel like doing the preparation or starting the preparation or starting the studies, at least you must have noticed that at that time itself, either some of the work from the household that comes around, either our elders, they send us somewhere to, sometimes to market, sometimes to elsewhere to bring something. That also happens quite often. Or when we start actually, particularly dedicating one time for preparation or for studies, and at that time something happens, we are simply unable to bring out the other time. Okay, the time which is not yet scheduled, but it is absolutely free and we can utilize it, but still we are not utilizing that time. That is, I think, most of you must be facing with all of you right now. And we actually tend to feel that we are quite busy. We are not having time. We feel quite busy all the day. Where does it go? Where does the time go? Nobody is able to find out. So guys, these are basically the symptoms of procrastination in all of your life. If you are not able to find, not able to trace where is your time going, your dreams are there, your goals and ambitions are there, but you are unable to initiate the first step itself towards the goal, towards the ambition, towards the target, my dear, you are suffering from it. Okay, so now if we talk about the reasons, the causes, that why do we procrastinate? What is the reason behind us thinking and overthinking and delaying the things further? There might be quite a few reasons. Tell me in the comment box that which reason is applicable to you. Like, what do you think as the reason for your procrastination? Either you feel that you work better under the pressure. Like, are you the one who thinks that if the pressure will not be there, I will not be able to give my best? So that's why you just do it like in the last 1 hour. Suppose you have to make a presentation, or suppose you have to take a session, or you have to, suppose cover a chapter, read a book, anything. and you are saving it for the last moment. You will cover it like in last 1 hour. You have 3 days to finish your work. You will end up doing it in the last day, right, on the last day itself. And guys, the biggest example, you have to apply for a particular examination. You have to fill up a form of application for any exams, but you are going to wait until the last day arrives, and then you will fill up the form on the very last day, and quite chances are there that you are ending up into the non-filling of your form as well. Like you can skip your chance as well. Okay, so that is basically one of the things. And second reason might be like not knowing how to do something. Okay, so it is like also applicable for the students who take up a big dream, who take up ambitious goals, but they are not very sure that how to pursue that goal. So guys, dreaming big doesn't cost you anything, but accomplishing the big goals, they demand bigger sacrifices. Okay, so if you are unable to exactly find out the way in which you have to do that, you will simply put on delaying, you will simply put on shifting the goalpost, and that will never be realized in your near vicinity. Okay, similarly, not feeling in the mood to do it. Like sometimes you have, suppose a pile up books, and you are not yet in the mood to read that book. Why? You think that it is not the right time to do so. You think that it is there will be some sort of special occasion, some sort of a special time, maybe evening 6 p.m. or maybe Monday morning 8 a.m. or maybe in the next Sunday. The most common thing that you feel in this one, that is all of you and all of your goals of going to the gym. So I will be going to the gym from Monday onwards, from tomorrow onwards, and this new year, right, from the next week, from the first of the month, and we never go. We never go. Right now, I think most of you must have faced this thing, that I will be, suppose for example, I will be starting the subject of history from the 1st of October. 2nd of October is Gandhi Jayanti. Let's start with the topic of Mahatma Gandhi and Indian National Movement from the 2nd of October. But you never do that. You never do that. Okay, so that actually keeps happening. And guys, not only that, also exactly you might not have an idea that exactly what is to be done. Some of you might be thinking that what I have to do in the life is not clear. In fact, somebody might have inspired you. You might have got some instructions from your parents, or might have gotten inspired from your seniors or your favorite celebrity candidates, anybody, and you have chosen this dream, this path of civil services, but you are not aware that how the things are to be done. That also leads to the procrastination. That also leads to the delaying of the decision taking steps. Of course that happens. Okay, but guys, not more than that. If suppose you are if you are doing the delay tactics, so what could be the inherent reasons? As a student, if I'm asking you, as a student, what do you guys think could be the reason behind the delaying of your decision, delaying of your preparatory beginnings, delaying of your getting a streamlined preparation started for your fulfillment of the dreams of UPSC? It could be anything. Like for example, you can see this one. The biggest reason, the biggest factor, that is the fear of failure and the fear of success. What is this fear of failure and fear of success? Guys, you might not agree to this, but it is a reality. Most of us are not just afraid of the failures, we are also afraid of the success. What if this happens? Because all of us recognize that, yes, what if this does not happen? In fact, we know it that it is already not happening. But we are also not sure that what if it happens? What if you succeed? What if you go through? What if I clear the prelims examination and we have to write the mains? I'm not ready for that. Somewhere down the line, you have that in your mind as well, my dear. This is reality and you have to accept it. Apart from that, if we talk about basically the overwhelming, which means that, for example, suppose you get the syllabus, you see GS1, GS2, GS1 has the history, society, geography, history has the ancient, medieval, modern, culture, and GS2 has got the polity, international relations, social justice, and all these things. You are simply overwhelmed. You are simply blown off. Like, how do I find the way to complete the syllabus first? I'm not able to cope with this huge syllabus of the civil services examination. Of course, that happens with any candidate. It can happen with any candidate, in fact, out there, whosoever is watching the session must be feeling to relate with this, right? So guys, apart from that, some of you are driven by the idea of perfection, some of you are driven by the negativity. Some of you think that whatever answer I am writing, this is not perfect. I will only start the answer writing once I have the perfect recipe of making a great answer. That never happens. Any answer is not perfect. But some of you have this tendency to search, to look out for that perfect answer. You always, even in the classes also, I have seen the students to demand the, sir, model answer. There is nothing like that. There is just another answer, a little bit better one, a little bit more concise, but not perfect. The scope of improvement lies even in the model answer as well. So, there's nothing called perfect in this world right now. But some of the students, they have this idea of perfection so deeply ingrained into their psyche that they are unable to take any decisions unless they find it absolutely till the point of perfection, which never happens, and the decisions are never taken. All right. Apart from that, some of the students are actually driven by the negativity. Oh, this will not happen. Oh, no, I will not be able to succeed. Oh, I don't know the answer. I cannot study history. I cannot study polity. I cannot study science and tech. Oh, current affairs is too much. I cannot complete that. Come on, man. Come on. If that is something which is occupying your mind, let me tell you that it will actually never happen. Some of you are even not able to cope with a 3 hours session of your academic studies. Like, you are sitting here for the 3 hours studying a particular subject, taking a break in between, but still not able to sit continuously for 3 hours. Why? Because you have that in your mind that I will not be able to do it. And once you do that, remember always that negativity works infectiously. That actually spreads infectiously. If your friend is saying that, oh, come on, it's not possible to concentrate continuously for 1 hour. Scientific researches have been conducted. Immediately your brain will believe on it and your brain will be working in that direction. It will not be able to concentrate for 45 minutes, 50 minutes in a row. That's the reality of case. Apart from that, the self-doubt. Dear students, this is probably one of the biggest enemies of any students, the self-doubt. Self-doubt could be good also. Like, sometimes if you are having the self-doubts, maybe you are striving to perform better, striving to achieve better. But my dear, the excessive self-doubt that kills your self-esteem. Self-doubt kills your self-esteem, kills your self-confidence. It destroys your, belief in yourself. So guys, the self-doubt is actually the, origin, the source of origin of several anomalies in your preparatory journey, and therefore it is always the source of delaying the things further, because you don't have confidence and belief in yourself that you will be able to accomplish your goal today itself. Like, suppose today if you have decided that you will finish 10 pages of reading the book, I can bet that if you have the self-doubt that boss, I have never done that, this is the first time that I'm trying to do so, or even the smallest of the goals, reading 10 pages, silly goal, small goal, but still, if you have the self-doubt, you won't be able to do that. You won't be able to fulfill that. Remember that. Okay. Now, if I talk about the unworthy reward and the misaligned goals and tasks, let me tell you that suppose if you are having an unworthy rewards, right, misaligned goals and tasks, then what does it mean? Guys, let me tell you that some of you are positively motivated, very much positively driven by the simple mention of the rewards, simple mention of anything that is going to be appraised upon you. Most of you would agree to this point that you are preparing for the civil services examination just because of that, that glory and the fame that comes along with its job. It's not a job simply, na? It's the service to the nation. It's the opportunity to enter the league of the premiers, the league of the, elites. And, this is reality that most of you would deny to accept it, but it is the reality. You become someone from absolutely nobody, right? So the goal, whatever goal you have chosen, that reward for the goal is aligned in the proper direction, in the proper scale. You are definitely not going to delay it, but my dear, sometimes even the rewards are also absolutely on the top of it, but your goals and the task that you are actually putting it to obtain that reward, they are misaligned, and you are unable to get the things done in a proper fashion, and therefore whatever task, whatever job, whatever goal you have put forward for you, they are simply delayed, they are simply gone. Okay, everyone. Not only that, if you see the impact, which is a negative impact of the procrastination on your life, guys, there are quite a string of the impacts which are negative in the nature. The procrastination, it can be of two types: the active procrastination and the passive procrastination, or the informed and ill-informed. Right now, suppose if you are doing it actively, that means you are aware, you are alert that you are delaying the things because you know that you have the capacity, you have the confidence, you have the ample scope of accomplishing the goals. For example, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, MS Dhoni, taking the game till the last ball and then finishing it with a bang, with a six. That is the tactic of the active procrastination and the short-term or goal-oriented procrastination. This is called as the strategic delay. It's called as the strategic delay. Here, you have that courage and command and capability to keep the game under your control. But my dear, if that is the case, it's absolutely tremendous. However, 99.9% is the chance that the case is not like that. In fact, for most of the students, it's not like the case. So here, if you are doing the procrastination, high chances are there that you are actually performing that passive, the passive type of the procrastination. Here, the impacts are just negative. They are just negative because that leads to the increased stress and anxiety because you don't have the time, and the goal that you had to achieve in a time span, it is just about to be over. So anxiety is very obvious, very natural. In fact, the productivity that sharply declines, sharply goes down. Like in the relaxed mood, you are able to understand the concept of the subject, you are ready to understand the difficult concepts as well. You are capable of completing reading of like 1 or 2 chapters completely instead of counting the pages. But if you have that pressure of performance, if you have that pressure of fulfilling the goal, you may collapse under that pressure. The best example is that the best chances of clearing the civil services examination, they are your first attempt and your second attempt. At max, third attempt. I'm not saying that the students in the fourth attempt or the fifth attempt or the sixth attempt, they don't succeed. I'm saying that it is not amongst the best chances. Why? Naturally, the productivity remains at the top of the game, especially when you are attempting it for the second time, because as a serious candidate, if you attempted it for the first time and you went through the exam, but somehow you stuck maybe in the mains stage, maybe in the interview stage. So in that scenario, what happens? In that scenario, the case is very clear that you had the chance of accomplishing the fulfillment of the goal. But my dear, in that scenario, what is the situation? If you cross the second attempt also, you are not having the same level of confidence that you had just one attempt earlier. Reality. That's the reality. So basically, the procrastination that leads to the negative consequences, and the negative consequences, they further reduce your productivity. Apart from that, the opportunities that you miss, or the sometimes even your personal life also suffers. Some of you who are ex-candidates, who might be watching the sessions, who might be cursing sometimes to this entire process of selection of the civil services, guys, don't you feel that pinch somewhere down the line that you compromised that in your life as well? Guys, do you remember that one web series was very common, very popular among the UPSC aspirants? The name of that web series, Aspirants. Have you seen that character of Sandeep Bhaiya? That character became legendary. And that character actually said that one line to the person who was selected, that it is absolutely not worth it to leave your personal life out or compromise with your personal goals and ambitions and relationships for the sake of accomplishing the goals. Right. And let me tell you very honestly that you have to identify the correct path of trading to your goal. Otherwise, you will end up in damaging your own relationship, your own familial circumstances. And guys, this is not something that I'm trying to put the negativity upon you, but I'm trying to just make you realize the worth that delaying the things further will only lead to the harmful consequences, not anything positive. Not anything positive. And of course, that will take a toll on your health as well. There's no need to say that you will end up losing your health and losing your affection if you keep on delaying the things further and without taking a concrete step in the positive direction. Okay, everybody. So now the question comes that how to overcome this procrastination, how to overcome this entire case. So dear students and aspirants, in fact, first of all, remember that song of from the Chak De India, Kuch Kariye, right? Kuch Kariye. So basically, you have to take that one step in the right direction, one step at a time, one step at the right direction. Okay. I have been probably telling you multiple times about that one shloka from Subhashita Vachanani in Sanskrit that inspires me the most. And the shlok, I'm not going to recite the shlok here, but I'm going to tell you the meaning, that even despite being the fastest flying mythological creature, of course, despite being the fastest flying bird among the Indian birds, Garud, is unable to walk even 1 meter ahead. If it stays at its place, if it doesn't take one step. But despite being amongst the slowest walkers, the ants actually go to the miles and miles. The flies, the bees, They go to the miles and miles. But look at the size of the wings of the bees. The honeybees, small, tiny wings. Eagle, huge span of the wings. But if the eagle just stays at one place, despite having the enormous potential of flying to the maximum distance, the eagle will not be able to move even 1 inch ahead. And despite the limited resource, limited capability, the striving honeybees, they keep on rounding and they keep on flying to the thousands of miles. That's the difference between a person who just procrastinates, who just thinks that I will do this, I will do that, I will be here, I will be there, and the person who actually acts upon the thoughts. So therefore, do something. Okay, start to get going. Otherwise, it will be just the waste of time, nothing else, the waste of opportunity as well. Promise yourself a reward, like keep the reward for you. Like, some people, they are encouraged by the chance of rewarding themselves. Like suppose you just keep a reward, like I will be going to the, to have a party, I will have a pizza or something like that. So once I finish this particular chapter, I will be able to reward myself. Simple as that. Okay. Here, suppose if you are in a relationship, like you can say that if I'm able to finish this chapter, I will be able to finish this 10 chapters simultaneously, then I will be going on a date, I will be watching a movie together. You can reward yourself. There's nothing bad in it. Those people who say that they are too much indulged into the personal life and the preparation is just off the track, they don't know how to manage it. Absolutely not. It's possible, right? Try to find out what is holding you back. What is holding you back? Like some of you, too much of web series, too much of online videos, too much of mobile uses, too much of Instagram, too much of YouTube, too much of everything. And then you are saying that your dream is to become the civil servant, to become the IAS officer. Forget it, man. You just have to, first of all, identify that what is holding you back. Face it. If the mobile phone is the reason, just keep it aside. Keep it aside right away and do not touch it. Just stop yourself. Do not touch it. Do not touch it. Okay, that's the way to do it. Simple. Make a commitment to someone else. Someone whom you can trust. You can count on somebody who might be closer to you. You can count on me, or you can count on your other teachers, with whomsoever you are connected. Just make a promise to them that I will not be breaking the promise. Okay. Sometimes the promises made to self, they are not kept. But sometimes the promises made to the others are well kept because we love them probably more than ourselves. The promises kept because we are making them to our mother, or maybe our love, or maybe our father or family or brother, anybody. Whosoever you think is worthy of getting you motivated to fulfill the goal that you have set for yourself, just make a promise to that person and then see what happens. And guys, now it is absolutely right, absolutely essential to enjoy the proceedings. Like suppose if you are going to do that first step, the second step, guys, you will soon and surely realize that it is going to give you a sense of pleasure, a sense of joy. Okay, the positive things, the positive vibrations around you, they would start coming once you are able to overcome this procrastination. And guys, let me tell you one more thing, that if you are able to overcome this procrastination, it's always recommended, to get started first of all. Getting started is the key. This is the hardest portion, my dear. The hardest portion is to get started. You can see the slope, the toughest. Once you start it, you have to come up with the terms and conditions which are lying in front of you. It is having relatively better and easier slope relatively easier slope, easier to walk on that path. And there you reach to the top of the mount. After that, once you break that threshold, okay, that threshold is broken, then it becomes a habit for you. Okay, then it becomes a, I would say, easier task to be cut down into the smaller parts, and then it is easy to finish the goal, finish the task, and achieve the goal. Okay, but guys, always remember, keep yourself motivated throughout, because once you are like in the laid down, in the laid back mode, again this may become like this. Okay, again this may go to the downward and reach to the difficult level. So remember always that keep yourself constantly reminding that you have a goal, you have to achieve that, you have made a promise to your loved ones, you have made a promise to yourself, you have that time foundation, you have that objective defined. Do not forget these things. Okay, everybody, do not forget these things. And in fact, how to prioritize your tasks, your goals. Like, there might be a lot of things to be done. Some of the things are more important, some of the things are less important, some of the things are the least important. So there is a very popular notion called as the Eisenhower matrix. The Eisenhower matrix is actually to categorize the important and not important, urgent and not urgent. Guys, this matrix will help you to decide your priorities, your way of action. Okay, so here let me tell you, basically, if you are having a goal which is very, very important for you, and the time is very less, like for example, if you have a goal of civil services examination 2025, okay, 2025, in that case, it is the urgent time to start it. Like, important, it is very, very important. It can change your life, it can make you someone. And urgency, it's very, very urgent. Why? Because only a few months are left. It's September and October. So October, November, December, 3 months. And Jan, Feb, March, April, 7 months. 7.5 months are left. Just 7.5 months. 220 odd days, 225 odd days. So guys, it is extremely urgent, extremely urgent. So whenever any task is basically coming into this block, just do it now. Just do it. Don't give yourself a second thought. Come on, how would I manage? What would I do? Come on, there are the ways, there are the paths to take. Just do it now. Don't think, start it. And suppose if you are like important, or it is important but not that much urgent, For example, you are in like graduation 3rd year, engineering 3rd year, graduation last year, or suppose you are planning for like 2026 or 27, okay, 2026 or 27. In that case, decide that still there is time. So decide, like, do you need to do that? Do you need to do it right now, or do you need some time? But again, don't procrastinate. Don't delay it so much that it becomes urgent. It becomes quite tangled. So basically, it becomes tangled, right? It becomes tangled. That will be absolutely catastrophic, absolutely difficult for you to cope with that. So just decide it, schedule it on a time, and do it on that time. Like for example, the students who are deciding to enroll or to take admissions or to start preparations or to begin their preparation of 2026 civil services, decided that I will be joining it, like suppose in the month of October, in the month of December, or whenever. Do that. Okay, so this is do it right now, and this is do it on a time that you have decided. Do not delay it beyond the time. Then there are certain things which are not very important. Not very important. So guys, something which is very, very urgent, like what? Like suppose if you are going to attempt the examination. Your exam is there, okay? And then there is somebody who has met with an accident. Guys, somebody who has met with an accident is a very, very urgent matter, very urgent matter. But unfortunately, it is very important for the person who is met with an accident, and your exam is also very important for you, probably more important, because you might be having your own family as well, your own priorities as well. So the first instance that should be what? Delegate that work to the concerned authority. Immediately call an ambulance. Immediately call an ambulance. If the ambulance comes on the time, just make that patient to be taken by that ambulance to the proper hospital. You have delegated that work. You have got relieved from your mind. You can now attend the exam also. You can now attend the exam also. Okay. So this is the condition. And if suppose you are in a very much urgency, and you don't have anything to do, immediately call the police. The police will be there on the spot. They will be taking care of the person who is met with an accident, and you have to go to your exam as well. Right. So guys, this is how to determine between the steps of urgency and importance. However, there are the things which are not urgent and not important, like for example, you just have 7 months left for 2025 Civil Services examination, but you have a pending web series to watch. Pending web series. Is that urgent? Is that important? No. So just delete it, finish it, eliminate it. Don't keep it in your to-do list. Don't keep it in your priorities. As simple as that. So guys, this is the reason because of which we can actually make a great choice. And as I told you that if you are actually targeting 2025, this is the right time to make a decision. Absolutely now, today, right now. If you have no constraints, only the mental block is there, only that hurdle of overthinking is there, just eliminate it. Finish it there. Enroll yourself right now for 2025 Civil Services examination. Go to the StudyIQ.com. Take that particular batch which you like to do, like English or Hindi or English, whichever one. Guys, if you think that you are capable, if you have that goal of Civil Services examination, trust us, we are going to take you there, because we are basically making a promise to all of you with our Pratigya Plus batch that we will be giving you a 100% fees refund if you are clearing the prelims stage of this examination as well. Because after that, it will be our responsibility to take you further, to make you clear the mains as well, and to get you selected in the final list. Okay, everyone. So just do it now. What you have to do? You have to go to the StudyIQ.com, and once you go to the StudyIQ.com, just select one batch particularly, and you use the checkout promo code. Right? You can use this checkout promo code. Okay. In the add promo code, write down ASR live and then apply. Then click the apply button. You will see that it is just going to cost you hardly 21,499 rupees. That's all. Okay, 21,500 rupees is the cost of your dream, your aspirations of becoming civil servant in 2025. Make it sure that you act right now. And if you are like 2026 or 27 aspirant in that scenario, guys, once again, the opportunity is still there. 3 days are left, like 30th September is the date when you can actually determine. So 3 days are left, and there, think about it, decide about it, and take the decision. Okay, think about it, decide about it, and take the decision. Here also, let me tell you that this is the least cost, the minimum cost. Okay, the least and the minimum cost here. You have to use this code ASR live as a checkout promo code, and you will be getting it in the minimum possible cost for 2026 or 27 batches. Okay. So guys, I hope that this session might have definitely helped you out, and probably some of you might be having a lot of doubts. So doubts have been cleared out. In case if you want to contact with me, feel free to connect with me on the UPSC with ASR. This is my Telegram channel where you can connect with me and ask any doubts or any questions. Or if you want to enroll, you can directly consult with me on this Telegram channel itself. Thank you so much everybody for watching it.